found on mountains.
Glacier is found on mountains. Okay, fine. What is glacier? What are
Ma'am, it
glaciers?
is like snow-like things.
Snow-like things. Can you be a little more clearer around that? Yes, Ranveer, tell
Ma'am,
me
it
what are
is.
glaciers? You are raising your hand, tell me.
Ma'am, it is ice.
It is ice. तो मतलब अपने घर के freezer में ice है. That's a glacier.
No, ma'am.
हाँ.
Ice जो चमकता है ना वो.
Ice जो चमकता है. So if I take that ice out of my freezer and put a mirror on it, it will start shining. तो वो glacier हो जाएगा.
Ma'am, but it is shining like diamond without mirror.
It is shining like diamond without mirror, then it is a glacier. Interesting. Pranav, do you know what is a glacier?
No, I also don't know.
Ranvik, do you know what's a glacier?
Man, it forms a cave-like a thing inside, where ice is there.
On top of hills. Vihan, what do you think is a glacier?
I think it's a polar cap.
Did you hear that answer? Did you hear his answer? How many of you understood what he said? You didn't hear? He said it is a polar cap. Do you know the meaning of a polar cap?
Man, I meant that only.
You meant that. Acha.
I meant that.
Okay. Vihan, can you explain what is a polar cap? You use that word. Can you explain?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know, re baba. Kuch bhi bola, I don't know. Huh? Chalo, chalo, tell me. Tell me, you know, you said it is polar cap, which means you know what it is. Come on, tell me.
What's this? Doing like this.
Vihan, what is polar cap?
It's an ice in Antarctica.
Ice in Antarctica. Great. Good answer. How many of you understood what are we talking about? Glacier, polar caps, ice in Antarctica, ice that shines. What else, Ranvi? What else do you have to say?
Man, I want to say that, like we have said, polar cap, like if you ice it,
Sorry, repeat what you said. It was breaking up.
like how we have said, polar cap, right? So you must have seen the movie Ice Age.
Ice Age. You watched that movie Ice Age. Yes, something like that. Correct. How many of you have watched the movie Ice Age? Ice Age.
Which movie?
Ice Age. It's a cartoon movie. How many of you have watched it?
Ma'am, I have watched.
I like it.
Pranav, have you watched Ice Age?
No,
No.
I don't like.
You don't like? Have you watched the
Now I
movie?
can tell you what is a polar cap. I can tell you a polar cap. Like when you see in Ice Age, that tiger, no, sorry, that Sid, he says, all the time he says, you're gonna die, you're gonna die. So when he goes inside in the cave, he sees a dinosaur come out, that's called a polar cap.
Especially if you have watched Ice Age Continental Drift, you would have noticed that entire ice block moving. Right? Pranav, have you watched the movie? Without watching, how can you say you don't like it? Have you watched the movie Ice Age?
I don't. I like only Chota Bheem and Doraemon.
Chota Bheem, Doraemon. Okay, good. Okay. There are many more other movies which give some good amount of information. It is nice to watch them when they come on TV. Do you have a TV at home, Pranav? Do you have cable connection on it? No.
We will tomorrow or today when we will do.
No. You don't have to do it because I'm telling you. I just want to know if you have a cable connection.
First only ma'am discuss.
Tanishka, do you have a TV at home? Do you have a cable connection on it?
No.
No? Okay.
I will say to father, ma, he will do it.
Listen, kids, you don't have to do it because I'm telling you. I just wanted to know if you have it. Okay?
First only, ma'am, we have discussed, ma'am, to recharge the TV.
Okay. All right, fine. So I'm going to show you something on internet, and I hope you're going to enjoy this video around glaciers. This is really an interesting one. I was amazed when I watched this. There are going to be 2 videos on glaciers that I'm going to show you. Okay? Let's just wait for me to just pull that up. Yes, who is talking? Who is saying ma'am? Who wants to say something to me right now? Somebody said ma'am. So I thought someone wanted to say something.
No, ma'am. Come on.
Rihan.
1 minute.
I think it's can you share your screen, please?
Wait, my dear, my laptop seems to be walking instead of jogging. So give me 2 minutes. Wait, it's putting up.
No.
So how many of you go jogging? On that note, let me ask. कौन jogging करता है fit रहने के लिए?
Cycling.
Cycling. कितना दूर?
Mom, go front of our school. So far I go.
Ma'am,
That
yes,
is
ma'am.
so close from your house. That is
No,
like
ma'am, I go.
20 steps from your house. Udhar to
No,
you
ma'am.
could just take one jump and reach the school. You don't even need to
No,
walk.
no. No. No, ma'am.
And we go, ma'am, school, ma'am, very far we go.
Very far we go, ma'am.
And my mother and my auntie
They go like walk.
go for walking and we go for cycling.
Okay. Okay. My screen is ready. I'll share it with you now. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, Ranveer. Yes. Tell me.
I can't go down, so I do spot jogging at home only.
Super fit fellow. Cool. You wait, when you
No.
are interested, I'm going to do a test on how many of you can do spot jogging for 5 minutes. Okay, are we ready to see the glacier video? Are we ready to see glacier? Are we ready to explore a glacier? Ready for it? This first video, you're going to see what is going on, and the next video, you will also see how people climb up these glaciers. Okay?
Ma'am,
Yes,
Ma'am.
yes, Sonam.
ma'am, you can, ma'am, if we have your phone, ma'am, now, ma'am, so you can do like this, ma'am, vertically, ma'am, so how we sing.
I didn't understand what you said, Pranav. Please repeat.
Ma'am, you are seeing on phone or laptop.
I use a laptop for all the work.
Ma'am, if someone is seeing on phone, ma'am, use the phone, ma'am, like vertically. So
Yes.
how we sing?
You make it horizontal. You make it
Yes,
like
ma'am.
I told you Pranav yesterday because we couldn't see Tanishka and Pranav for PT properly. So I told you make it vertical, it will be better.
Do your mobile like this and see the screen, how big it is seeing.
Yeah? Okay, shall I start the video now? We are
Yes.
desperately waiting. He's just waiting when everyone's going to stop talking so this teacher can just start the video. Shall I start it now? I'm going to put everyone on mute so there is no background noise. Okay? Let's start. Pay attention. Listen to it carefully. I'm going to ask you questions on it later on. And today we have 3 videos to watch. So I'm not looking to repeat any video, okay? We have 3 videos that I need you all to watch today. So watch it carefully with all attention. Here we start.
Have been in our world for millions of years. But as climate change warms the planet, glaciers are disappearing. Not only altering the landscapes they leave behind, but changing our oceans, weather, and life on Earth as we know it. A glacier is a huge mass of ice that moves slowly over land. Glaciers can be classified into two general groups: alpine glaciers and ice sheets. Alpine glaciers form on mountainsides and move downward through valleys. Sometimes they create valleys by pushing dirt, soil, and other materials out of their way. These glaciers are found on every continent except Australia. Ice sheets, unlike alpine glaciers, are not limited to mountainous areas. They form broad domes and spread out from their centers in all directions. As ice sheets spread, they cover everything around them with a thick blanket of ice, including valleys, plains, and even entire mountains. The largest ice sheets are called continental glaciers. They cover vast areas, including most of Antarctica and the island of Greenland. Glaciers can form over years when more snow piles up than melts. Soon after falling, the snow begins to become denser and more tightly packed. When new snow falls and buries the previous year's snow, the bottom layer becomes even more compressed. The dense, grainy ice that has survived 1 year's melt cycle is called firn. When the ice grows thick enough, the firn grains fuse into a huge mass, called glacial ice. The glacier may begin to move under its own weight through a process called compression melting. As they move, glaciers erode or wear away the land beneath and around them. When glaciers began their latest retreat less than 20,000 years ago, they left behind many landscape features, such as lakes, valleys, and mountains. Glaciers provide people with many useful resources. Glacial till provides fertile soil for growing crops, and deposits of sand and gravel are used to make concrete and asphalt. Many rivers are fed by the melting ice of glaciers. The most important resource provided by glaciers is fresh water. Earth's average temperature has been increasing dramatically for more than a century. Glaciers can act as indicators of global warming and climate change in several ways. Melting ice sheets contribute to rising sea levels. As ice sheets in Antarctica and Greenland melt, they raise sea levels, adding fresh water to the ocean every day. The loss of glacial ice also reduces the amount of fresh water available for plants and animals on land. Large additions of fresh water change the ocean ecosystem as well as ocean currents. Additionally, less salt in the ocean could disturb the Gulf Stream, drastically changing the weather on land as well. Since glaciers are so sensitive to climate change, the increased speed of glacier melt is an early warning system for the rest of the planet. And if global warming goes unchecked, many, if not all alpine glaciers could disappear completely.
Yeah? How was that? What did you understand from it? Quick recap, 1 minute. Tanishka, you're making a weird face. You didn't understand anything from it? Yes, what did you all see from it? Vihan, what did you understand from it? Subhan, what did you understand from it?
I understood that glaciers form valleys and it forms fresh water. It forms a valley like between
Glaciers are
mountains.
there.
The mountain of full ice.
Okay, Pranav, what did you say?
And we see that how glaciers are there.
You saw how glaciers are formed. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Okay. So Tanishka, what did you understand from it? You made an absolute weird face like that. So looks like you didn't understand anything from
That
it.
we can't go there, otherwise it was, if the coronavirus was not there, we can go it.
Yeah, if
Number
coronavirus was
3.
not there, you would have gone for the glacier walk. That's amazing. Vihan, what did you understand from it?
I can see that fresh mountains, fresh water, Valley.
Tanishka, it is Vihan's turn. Now you will wait. So Vihan, what did you see in it? What did you understand?
I want to go to glaciers in Antarctica.
Hey, now too, I think anytime I show any video in exploring, you all want to go there only. I showed
Yes,
you
ma'am.
Bolivia,
Because you show so
Niagara
wonder.
Crater, you all want to go there. Then I showed Eiffel Tower, now you all want to go there. Now I'm showing Glacier, now you all want to go there. What is this?
Everywhere.
Video,
Let's
the
go.
last video of our online class.
Let's
we'll
go,
over
Vihan.
there. The last video of our online class. We'll go over there.
So last lecture on online class, we all should go there as explorers and make our own videos. What do you say?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Cool. Subhan, what did you understand from the video? What did you see and how did you relate to it? Subhan, are you there? Are you there? Where is Subhan? Where is Subhan? I can't hear. I can't see.
Just your video is stopped.
Mine.
She is mute. Ma'am is muted.
I think he has taken a walk to the glacier. Maybe in the next video we will be able to see him there. I'm going to show you one more video. Maybe let's just spot him over there. Spot him in the next video. Let's see if he's there.
Let's go.
We'll go on the next video. Now this is something you're going to feel. You want to be there now. अब तो तुमको ऐसे feel होने वाला है. I want to be there now. Let's see. Ready? Ready?
ma'am,
Yes, Ranveer.
I wanted to say that Subhan is not in the glacier. He is saying that I'm Baba Black Sheep, so he went with the black sheep only.
What happened, Mom? What he said?
In the previous lecture, when I asked Subhan, you need to keep talking so I know you're there, he started singing Baba Black Sheep. So Ranveer is saying maybe he has gone to search Baba Black Sheep. Okay, chalo, let's get back to exploring class. I'm going to put you all on. I'm going to put off your mic so there is no background sound. Let's listen carefully to what this person is looking to tell us. And watch this video, you're going to fall in love with it.
What is 3 plus 4?
1 minute.
Check your answer here to earn fun pets. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7.
You know, when you think of the word breathtaking, the location of our next story comes to mind. Iceland, the land of fire and ice. But the ice there is melting faster than ever. It's a massive undertaking live on GMA, taking us deep inside a glacier where you can see climate change happening up close. ABC's Amy Robach has the story.
Oh my gosh! We brought you fire. We're just getting inside that crater. The first ever live drone camera over an active volcano. Now we're bringing you ice.
It looks intimidating standing down here looking up.
The immense, forbidding ice sheets of Iceland. Home to a hidden world of crystal clear ice caves, glistening glaciers, and dangerous crevasses constantly changing. This Smug Mug documentary capturing the stunning beauty and treachery of the terrain. We are standing in the middle of the melting Vatna Glacier, and scattered all throughout this glacier are massive vertical sinkholes that are treacherous. They go hundreds, even thousands of feet into the earth.
What is she saying? She's saying massive, treacherous sinkholes. See these. Do you see these spots? Do you see these spots? These are treacherous sinkholes she's talking about. They are here, they are here, they are here. What is the meaning of treacherous? We will come to that. We will do a dictionary time on that. Sinkhole means you're just going to be standing there and suddenly the ice will just fall in. It will just sink in. into that hole. Why? Because deep down there, it's starting to get warm. So the ice melts. Just the top of the ice stays cold and frozen, but beneath it gets to melt. So the whole thing on top simply drops down. You see that? Did you understand what I said? Give me a thumbs up if you understood what I said. No, Tanishka didn't understand. Don't worry, Tanishka. I'll come back. Let's listen to her right now.
Where ice is melting faster and faster as water levels in the Atlantic rise even more.
Throughout geologic time, and certainly for the last 2 million years, we've gone through ice ages and warm periods, and glaciers come and go over time. What we're seeing right now, though, is a real rapid increase in the rate of thinning and melting that we're seeing, and that's related to human-induced climate change.
Gearing up for this treacherous journey has been a multi-day expedition. Just call these guys glacial lifesavers. Known as ICESAR, the Icelandic Association for Search and Rescue, they are an elite unit comprised of volunteers, experienced ice climbers, and true masters of this forbidding terrain. They train on ice scapes like this, then descend into the depths of the coldest climates, braving perilous weather conditions to reach people trapped in the most intimidating of landscapes. Guides on the ice, they've counseled Hollywood too, keeping crews safe on blockbusters from Star Wars to Interstellar and Game of Thrones. We join them right in the heart of this icy wonderland.
The plan is for me to walk up that wall of ice, so this is perfectly safe. He hesitated.
Ready to lock and load, it's my turn to attack the slippery slope. Okay. Pulling myself up by my own weight, picks on my hands and my feet, the ice giving way beneath me. Getting a small taste of how difficult, dangerous, and exhilarating it all is. And finally, I got up! Then by car and foot, our team trekking nearly a mile through water, rocks, and ice, all in Arctic temperatures. The landscape dazzling, dangerous, and disappearing fast. Losing an average of 11 billion tons of ice per year, this satellite picture taken in 1986, and this one 28 years later, Iceland is melting and that water has to go somewhere.
When you're talking about changing sea level, you're talking about impacting a tremendous population around the world.
Including Miami's coastline, those waters already climbing an inch a year. And take a look at this. If sea levels keep rising, in 2 centuries, some scientists warn that city could be completely underwater. Charleston too, even New York. And these other low-lying areas around the globe, entire ways of life now threatened. So we're plunging far below the surface of the ice in a never-before attempted live event.
Hey guys, go for it. Go ahead and start ice climbing.
Going deep into this glacier, passing bands of darker ice like the rings in a tree, showing ash and debris from volcanic eruptions from ages past. Vakna, a glacial sinkhole, a massive drain pipe for melting ice that can be thousands of feet deep, and all this melting water eventually ending up in the ocean.
This is really remarkable, watching them scale this massive ice wall. It takes tremendous skill, tremendous effort, but it's all to get to the bottom. What do you expect they'll see when they get down there, and what we'll all see?
This is one of the most interesting and least known parts of glacier research, which is how does water from the surface get to the base and help lubricate the base to make the glacier flow faster?
It's a long, treacherous way down, but finally.
Guys, I want to check in with you. This is Amy again. You made it to the bottom?
That's right.
Tell me what you're seeing. Describe what you're looking at. So we got that
Everything is awesome.
He went ahead with
I'm surrounded by crystal clear black and blue ice, and I can tell you one thing. I have a challenging climb in front of me.
But some scientists say not nearly as challenging as the problem we face, slowing the melting of this vanishing, perilous, hidden world. For Nightline, Amy Robach in Iceland.
Wow. Wow. चले क्या वहां पे?
Yeah. It was fine.
But in the first start of the video, ma'am, they had shown volcano, no?
Yes, they had shown volcano, saying that in their previous video they had covered a documentary around volcano. Did you see the drone flying on top? Did you see the drone which was there on top? It was looking something like this. It was looking something like this and it was flying on top. Yeah, did you see that? What is that?
Yeah.
That is a camera. That is a camera that can go to places where humans can't reach. So through remote, you look to control that camera so it goes on top and gives you good pictures. And it gives you a live view of what's going on. That was interesting.
The wedding, some they had.
What, Pranav?
And it is not coming.
Don't have.
Sorry, Pranav, repeat what you said.
And in some weddings,
in weddings they use drones. Oh, wow, that's too much. That they use drones in weddings. Oh, big deal. So, Vihan, what is it that you would like to say about that video? How did you feel watching that?
The video was fine.
Video was fine. Okay. How did you feel when you were watching it? You were feeling cold. You were feeling cold when you were watching it. Imagine how it will feel if you were there.
Ma'am, I was feeling that I am there only.
You were feeling you were there? Wow. Beautiful experience, no? How it would feel.
Mom, I can't see anyone. Please help me.
Open your eyes. You can see everyone. Ah. You said, I can't see anyone. Please help me. How else will I help? You have to open your eyes. That must be some network concern at your place. Okay, you switch on your video. Maybe it will start working. Pranav, where did you go?
We are only.
We are only. Okay, cool. So, how was that experience? Awesome, no? Okay.
It was so nice.
Now, I'm going to take you exploring something called a canyon. It is a part of the landform we saw in our geography class. Okay? That's a canyon.
Ma'am, you saw that when I was climbing.
Climbing what? Where were you climbing? What were you climbing?
The mountain, the ice mountain.
Oh, we were to see Subhan. Did we find him there?
No.
Ma'am, Subhan.
Ma'am, we are almost about to lose Subhan.
And I told him he went with the black sheep. He didn't go to Glaciers. I told him
he went for Baba Black Sheep. Correct. Tanishka, what happened to you? Why are you having a frown face?
My network was gone.
That's okay, but we saw so much of the video. Let's go to the canyon now. From the ice caps of the polar regions, glaciers, we are now going to go exploring the canyon. These are called the Grand Canyons of America.
What is this canyon?
Ready? What is this canyon? चलते हैं, देखते हैं what is this canyon, ये होता क्या है? Let's just see it. Let's just get to watch what is this canyon. Okay? Have you not heard of canyons before?
No.
No? No worries. You will see it now. Let's see. Pay attention. Look here. Watch. Enjoy. You see this entire spot? Do you know how these were formed? These are huge.
Yes.
These are literally humongous height rocks. And they have these steep drop. And at the base, you have water. These are little river-like bodies that flow around. And those are deep valleys. Let's watch the canyon. Look at the water down there. See the shape that are formed on these canyons. See the shapes that are formed on these canyons because of pressure of water.
Grand Canyon is more than just a view, more than just a two-dimensional landscape. There are so many lessons and ways to explore Grand Canyon. It is a laboratory. It is a virtual classroom. The diversity here is unparalleled. There's a huge landscape that is just begging to be explored, and it really just takes a moment to stop in a side canyon or sit under the trees and really get to know all the things that this landscape has to offer. It really does start to put things in perspective, I think, for a lot of people. You suddenly feel quite small, and your problems seem quite small as you're standing here on the edge of the canyon, because there's just so much to try to take in. In Grand Canyon, you'll find a whole host of environments, everything from cool fir forests to hot, dry deserts, riparian zones, and over 1 million acres of wild landscape that have been the stage for human exploration and inspiration for generations. Most of Grand Canyon's visitors first arrive on the South Rim. Very few of those folks actually find their way over to the North Rim, and even fewer descend into the canyon itself. Statistics tell us that only about 5% of our visitors actually will drop down below the rim. These folks arrive at the canyon and they find their way to the first viewpoint. They look down into this two-dimensional landscape and feel that they have experienced Grand Canyon. But what they're missing out on is the opportunity to really explore the inner canyon and experience the diversity that this place has to offer. This park has a broad elevational change. So as you descend into the canyon, for every 1,000 feet, you actually gain 3 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. So at the river's edge, the temperature can be 15 to 25 degrees warmer than on the South Rim. You leave behind the forests, which are more typical of the rim environments, and you enter into a landscape filled with blackbrush and cacti, plants that are more typical of and adapted to a desert environment. Traveling further into the inner canyon, you arrive at the Colorado River, and along its edge, you will find a very critical riparian habitat that extends the length of the river itself. We have seeps and springs nestled inside canyons that have a variety of species that are dependent on them. The diversity in the springs alone is unparalleled to any other location in the park. Almost 94% of the park is proposed wilderness. As such, it is managed and protected as though it is wilderness. In Grand Canyon's wilderness, you won't find cars. It's a roadless area where natural quiet is protected. there are places where you can descend below the canyon, where the air is still, where you have only yourself and the rocks around you and the plants, and suddenly your senses become tuned to the lizard scurrying in the rocks, or the sounds of the canyon wren, or the dripping of the springs. Those are the experiences that are wild. Evidence of human life in Grand Canyon extends back thousands of years. Some of our first explorers arrived on the rim, peered down into the canyon as so many people do today, but they saw it as an impassable chasm. They saw it as lifeless, undesirable, a place that no one would ever visit intentionally. These expeditions opened up the opportunity for artists and photographers to capture the imagery of Grand Canyon and share it with the nation and ultimately the world, which really helped to bring about our appreciation for the scenic value of this landscape. Most importantly, what the Grand Canyon has to teach all of us is to slow down, to take it all in, to get to know what is beyond the reaches of the road, and look deep within the canyon itself, and find that sense of discovery in yourself and that sense of wildness in this It's the canyon itself that brings together the human history and the science. It's not just a canyon, it's the grandest canyon. There are deeper, there are wider, there are longer canyons, but none of them are the Grand Canyon.
Can I have a snack?
Arey, wait na baba. So what did we just watch? Was that the canyon? Was that mountains? Just rocky mountains? Were there valleys? What was it?
They were like block mountains.
They were like block mountains.
No.
Interesting. I thought you were going to say that they look like fold mountains.
No, it would look like a block mountain.
Okay. And what else would you like to talk about it? Do you know where this is situated? In which country? Where do you see the Grand Canyon? Who knows?
I don't know.
Of course you know, Vihan. Where is the Grand Canyon? Who knows where is the Grand Canyon? Nahi pata? Find out and tell me. Find out. Find out and tell me tomorrow. Tomorrow in our first class, you're going to tomorrow in our first class, you're going to tell me where is the Grand Canyon located.
Oh.
Grand Canyon, where is it located? You're going to find out and tell me tomorrow morning in our first class. Okay? Today we went on a trip to the glaciers, and then we came down and went on a trip to the canyons and the valleys in those canyons. You went from few thousand meters above sea level to the valleys. Did it do something around in your head? How did you feel about it? From cold mountains to warm valleys. That's where you travel today. Yeah. So one homework that you have for this is to find out what is Where is the Grand Canyon located? Okay? Come on.
Yes.
Quickly go for your snack break. Seema teacher is waiting.